WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is committed to your safety with 6 hours of continuous team coverage.
This is a relentless storm, Dave.
We're fortunate we all made it out alive.
And our network of sky cams across the state alerting you to danger, bringing you live footage of tornadoes as they touch down in Wathau County.
Look at this, Chase. Guys, look at that.
This is ground zero almost. I mean, this is really hard to stomach, like I said.
We take our commitment to being on your side seriously, and together we're Mississippi Strong.
Weekdays, stream First Alert Weather Plus.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us.
WLBT's First Alert Weather Team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Here we are. We're here. Are you here?
Kind of.
She's here. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here, along with meteorologist Elise Ushman. I brought some goodies for the staff. These are the new Reese's PB&J assortment, the peanut butter and jelly assortment. Yeah.
All right.
I had the strawberry kind. It was pretty good.
So it just tastes like a Reese's cup with strawberry, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
And it tastes like a Reese's cup with grape, and it's pretty good.
You said you didn't know about the grape yet.
No, the strawberry's good.
Oh, the
I haven't.
strawberry.
I just literally opened it. I'm literally coming into work. I'm going to get rid of these. I got to return the other stuff I got because I opened it. It was stale. This is not stale though.
Stale.
Yeah, it's like I don't understand. I think the shipment probably. Yeah. I had that happen.
I got to tell you something funny from this morning.
Okay. Well, I had
It's not
something
for you
happen
guys.
during. No, it's not for them.
No.
Oh. I had something funny happen during COVID. I got a box of these really fancy crackers, and I don't ever get fancy crackers, but I was like, it was COVID. We were all very depressed and doing weird things. So I got the weird crackers. I get them to the house. There's 5 packages of crackers supposed to be in this box. I open it. There's 1 package. The whole box is empty. Okay. So I take a picture. I don't ever do this. I take a picture. I'm bored. I'm lonely. It's COVID.
Right. You need something.
So I
to do.
reach out to the manufacturer, and they took it very seriously. And they said they wanted, identify the code on the thing, the SKU on them is to identify when it was made, where it was made, all that stuff. They have a whole coded system. They said, thank you. We tracked it back to a factory with a processing error. And they said, give us your address. They mailed me a check. It wasn't much. I wasn't looking to sue them. All right. But they mailed me a check for the crackers. And they sent me more crackers.
I thought you were going to say that you bought fancy crackers and they tasted stale, because sometimes the fancy wafer crackers just taste like they're stale already. Right. But that's just what they taste like.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's happened too. Hey, Pat Brown from Flora.
Hey.
Yeah, you want some? Of course you want some. Look at this. I mean, come on. Peanut butter and jelly.
We have enough for the whole city. So
I love a good peanut butter and jelly
sandwich. I like a good PB&J too.
Yeah. It always makes you think of when I was like a little kid.
Yeah. Because
I was like, now as a kid growing up, I'm just gonna let you know something about me, and I admit to being a strange kid. All right. Once I had an acquired taste, because little kids, for the most part, you can feed them just about anything as long as you put it in a McDonald's wrapper, they're gonna eat it. My generation. But I grew up with peanut butter, and I just didn't like grape. I've never been a huge fan of grape soda. Jelly? So I was a strawberry kid. And a lot of times that's what my mom would give me. She'd put strawberry on there, or my mom would get raspberry preserves sometimes, bougie. It wasn't meant to be.
I did recently a PB&J with some really good apricot preserves. Delicious.
Yeah.
What a treat.
When I lived in Florida, I grew an apricot tree. I loved it.
Sounds nice.
Oh, they're amazing. It's an amazing fruit. It really is. I mean, I love fresh fruit. That's one thing. Here in Mississippi, you can grow stuff, but you only have like a limited season. When I lived in South Florida, I mean, I would literally go outside and eat every day. I would go outside and eat every day. And I had a dog at the time that would also eat every day. And totally going off on a tangent here, but Annie was my first dog. I planted these trees, and I planted a starfruit tree. Have you ever seen a starfruit tree? Have I told you the starfruit story before? So we had a starfruit tree on the side of the house. I had vanilla ice cream bananas. Okay, she wouldn't eat those because they're way too high. But the starfruit falls to the ground. When it ripens, it falls to the ground. You have to. I will probably never grow one again for that reason. It overproduces.
Oh,
yeah, it's just always like fruiting. Mangoes are that way too. People say, "Oh, I always want a mango tree." Believe it or not, mango tree's cute. After 5 years, you're bringing in a cherry picker for them to trim it. That's how you can't control them. Anyway,
mangoes are good though.
Amazing, but I'm just telling you, they overfruit. So I have the starfruit tree growing. I go out there one day, and my dog is passed out under the starfruit tree, passed out, like laid out. So I go,
too many starfruits.
I shake her. She gets up and she stumbles and falls over. So I grab her. I call the vet. I drive straight to the vet. Okay. Get to the vet. Vet's like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. I think she's poisoned or something. And I'm all upset. And I said, maybe she got bit or maybe she's been poisoned. And he's like, well, hold on. We'll run some tests. And, where'd you find her? I said, under a starfruit tree. And he goes, is there fruit on the ground? I said, yep. She's drunk. I said, what?
I knew you were going to say that.
Drunk. I had a drunk dog that I brought to the vet, and it was because she was eating starfruit. So now I got to go back to the house, and I got to clean all the starfruit up because now I'm going to get yelled at by somebody, by my significant other, who she was not happy about the whole thing in the first place. I like being a farmer. I could be outside, seriously, until someone says you need to go inside. That's how I've always been that way as a kid. And so now I got to clean up this tree. It was a crazy story. And I just thought somehow we start with this and we end up with a drunk dog and a starfruit tree.
Our dogs like to eat the raspberries off the bushes when they get ripe. It's very cute.
Once they know something sweet and juicy, they love it. That's how they are. Adorable. That's how dogs are, though.
I'm looking forward to it. We have so many that are about to be ripe.
And they'll know it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool when they find a way to like navigate the outside and I don't know. That first dog, it was crazy how she figured out like every fruit on the property and how to like eat it and just, and
she's self-sufficient.
She was very self-sufficient. The only time I got mad at her is I was growing a peach tree. And in South Florida, peaches are very hard to grow because it's not a tropical fruit. It is something you grow here, in Alabama or Georgia. Got to have cool weather.
Yeah.
We don't get that there. So sure enough, I had one peach grow. It ripened. The day I go to pick it, I can't find it. But I find the pit next to her on the ground, and she's got juice. Anyway, enough of that. Tell us about the weather. We're not going to get the storminess this weekend, I'm hoping, because I don't know. I'm not here for that, and I'm literally not here for that.
Are you here for that?
I'm not even here for that. But it's warm and it's muggy too.
Yeah. Look at that. It's right in the middle of the muggy meter.
Yeah.
That's cute. 90 degrees now in Jackson. We're expecting to make it to 91. Still got another hour, 2 hours. Feels like 95. Here's the kicker. It could feel like it's 100 in the next few hours as we continue our warming trend. And then overnight tonight, not necessarily going to cool off that much. Temperatures will stay in the mid 70s, maybe still feeling like the 80s, really feeling like some, July weather. These next few days. Tomorrow looks about the same again. Could still feel like the 80s out the door. Triple digit feels like numbers in the afternoon. That means our heat stress is increasing. So if you work outside and you're taking a little break to watch this forecast and know if it's going to be like this tomorrow, then it is going to be like this tomorrow. You need to drink plenty of water, take extra breaks, try to stay in the shade.
You know where I'm going to
be. The drill.
Well, you don't have to worry about this, but tomorrow I'm going to be.
Oh, yeah. In that.
Are you here tomorrow? You're not here tomorrow.
I'm not here tomorrow.
How'd you pull that off? I really got to talk to your agent.
Yeah. You should.
I seriously should. Yeah.
So here's what it might look like for us. There's still some rain chances Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're not very high. One of our short range models says, hey, we get some spotty showers from early Friday morning through about lunchtime. It fizzles out. And then overnight into early Saturday morning, this first disturbance tries to kind of creep into the area. Note, it's not really doing very much by the time it gets here. Unfortunately, that's as far as this model will go for the moment. Tomorrow, they'll be able to show you all the way through Saturday.
How dare you bring us a model that won't go further?
How dare I?
How dare you?
Here's our other, though. This is going through same time period. Nothing.
Maggie Wade just waved, by the way.
Wow.
We'll get her to come in here one day.
Famous. What a star. And then maybe early Saturday morning, some of those spotty showers that is pretty much agreed upon that we'll see some spotty showers. It's just widespread stormy weather, not looking very likely for us. This takes you all the way through Sunday afternoon and evening. The final disturbance tries to creep into our area, barely makes it to areas north of Interstate 20, and then kind of fizzles out again. In any event, we do have a marginal risk for Saturday, 1 out of 5. Areas along and north of Interstate 20. In South Mississippi, you're under no risk. But for the same things we've been telling you, potential that if we get a thunderstorm, it has potential to be strong. It could have some damaging wind, could have some hail. Otherwise, not really a concern. And again, the coverage is going to be really, really low for Saturday. I'll still call it iffy. Sunday, though, I'm taking you to the green light.
So you're taking us to the green light Sunday, but what about Sunday evening? Because that looks like a pretty strong storm system to the north and to the west of us. You don't think it's going to sweep down here, though? Or do you think it's going to really kind of weaken by the time it gets down here?
I think it's going to weaken by the time it gets down here like the other ones. And even if it does, I think it makes it to our northern counties, maybe causing some impacts. And by that time, though, it's Sunday night.
And it's not going to be.
You're home.
Yeah.
Most of us still aren't going to see the rain.
No.
And then, if you do have to be out overnight Sunday night, or you're an overnight worker or something like that, just check our free first alert weather app before you head out. See if it's raining. You'll be good to go. Beyond that, looks like we're going to have a little bit of a dry spell here for the next 6 to 10 days. Not looking like a lot of rain. There's, of course, a big dry patch over to our west, but you see creeping up in East Texas and barely into our area, maybe an indication of some drier than normal conditions.
As of right now, we are above normal on rainfall for the month. As of right now. Yeah.
We've gotten over 5 inches. Usually, on average, for the entire month, we about 4.5. So we're certainly above average. Now, next week, you saw that nice little...
That's exciting.
That's thrilling.
Yeah.
For May, I'm thrilled. All right. Our normal average, whatever high, 84 degrees. We're going to be in the 90s for the foreseeable future, 5 or 6 days. Wednesday is going to be our next chance for rain, maybe some stormy weather. But behind it, we're going to have cooler than average temperatures that will last maybe into the following weekend.
I mean, a cooler Memorial Day weekend is pretty exciting.
Yeah. Looks pretty good. No complaints.
I like it.
That's it.
Let's say hi to a couple people real quick.
Hi, people.
Hey, Gilbert Snyder. Me and the wife on Mississippi Gulf Coast enjoying nice weather, going thrift store shopping today.
Guys.
Yeah, Gilbert, you're doing a good thing.
Come?
Gilbert, you're doing a good thing. Renee Connors from Brandon, Mississippi. She says hello. Hello to Andrew Thomas Coley Sr. There's DeMontez Anderson. Hello. And Joyce Burleson is coming back from Texas. How about that?
Will I be in it? Sunday. Again, if it doesn't make it all the way here, then no, you won't be in it.
There you go.
They won't be in it either.
Maybe Joyce wants to be in it.
If you're going north, you'll have a better chance of being in
maybe Joyce
a
wants
system,
to be in it, though.
period.
It's possible. Oh.
So, Linda says she'll take the cool off after all this heat, and I'm with you, Linda.
Yeah. No, seriously, it'll be nice to get a little bit of a break out there.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's it. That covers it.
Hey, Lauren Pig is from Yazoo City. She says hello. Let's say hi to Lauren Pig.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Thanks for coming by today. Appreciate you. So, that's really it. Anything else going on with you? You got some new coffee. What's it made? What's that coffee made of?
It's made of ube, which is a purple.
eBay. You bought it off eBay.
No.
You bought it off
Purple
Uber?
sweet potato.
Purple sweet potato coffee.
Yeah.
So it's just one of the flavors. Not everything here is purple sweet potato, is it?
No.
Oh.
It's just one flavor.
That's interesting. Downtown.
I went there with, downtown.
Jackson.
Bellhaven. Went there with Courtney Ann and our new MMJ.
We have a new MMJ?
Well, she's not new to us, but she's newly in the position.
Who?
Candace.
Do I know her? I haven't met her.
No, she works in the mornings.
Oh, is she going to do like the 4:30 a.m. thing and then report? Yes. Okay, God, I wasn't sure what's going on.
Yep, that's what she's doing. Candace is great when you guys get to see her.
Okay.
Love her.
Okay.
Anyways, we went over Ridgeland.
Should we bring her in?
Maybe. Should we?
Is she here?
Yeah, she's sitting at her desk.
Oh, I mean, what do you think? Should we do it?
We'll do it.
All right, you go do it. Hey, Isabel Roberts, good to see you, Isabel Roberts. I love your last name. Hold on, we're going to introduce you to someone new. So hang on. I don't even know this person. I haven't met him. I don't know, but I'm going to offer her. Well, let's see what she does. I'm going to offer her PB&J Reese's. And we'll see what she does. Let's see what she does. I don't know who this person is. We're bringing her in right now. Have I met you before?
No.
Oh, hi, Candace.
Hi.
Talking to the microphone. It's part of being on television.
Hello.
I think close to you. Don't be scared of it.
Okay. Hi, guys.
I'm Dave Roberts. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I
you.
do the weather around here.
I know.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where are you from?
I'm from Ridgeland, Mississippi.
Never heard of it.
I bet you
Okay.
haven't.
So you're from Ridgeland, Mississippi, and you're excited to be here at WLBT. I mean, come on, it's a dream come true. Let's be honest.
I grew up watching this station my
Uh-huh.
whole life, so
Mhm.
this
You're-
is
Now that you work here, you're really going to grow up.
Uh-huh.
Trust me. You have no idea.
that's what everyone's saying. First big
Tell
girl
me.
job. So
Well, good for you. That's exciting. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Ridgeland High.
Okay.
And then I went to Mississippi State.
Mississippi
after that.
State. Do we just hire people from Mississippi State here? What's going on?
Right.
Well, there's other schools in this state. Now we have a lot of JSU students.
Mhm.
We got a couple Tougaloo.
Mhm.
We do have Ole Miss. They
Ole
don't
Miss
come
is
out
there.
very often, but I know they're here. There's a couple of
We have some from Belhaven.
Bellhaven. That's right,
Quite a
Bellhaven.
few.
And then I think, do we even have Millsaps? Do we have a Millsaps? Mississippi College? I don't know. We'll have to go
Count if
through.
I went there briefly.
We have
No.
some Mississippi College.
Yeah, we have that.
Mhm.
And no,
Yeah,
it does
we
not
We do
count.
have Mississippi.
Yeah, it does not count, Elise. That you went there briefly. Sorry. No
But the
offense.
pipeline to Mississippi State's WLBT
There you go.
pretty strong.
And then here you are.
Here I am.
And so, what hours will you be working? Don't give us your specific hours. I'm not your boss, but what? Give us a time frame. When can we see Candace on? And Candace, what's your last name?
Candace Bruce.
Candace Bruce.
Yes. two
Another
first
person
names.
with two first names. I can't stand people with two first. Wait a minute. I have two first names.
Right.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Right.
All right. So, Candace.
Roberts is not a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Rob-
People
okay.
call me Robert all the time.
But
or-
Robert, but not.
Yeah, they do.
Roberts.
People that if they have a list, but they call me Roberts. So anyway, Candace, when would we be able to see you on WLBT? Like, when is that going to happen? And then what hours? Like what shows would we be able to see you on?
For now, I'm dayside, so
Okay.
you'll see me in the afternoon.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I'm gonna be getting stories pretty
Okay.
early in the morning.
got it.
And then those will be going on the web, and
Mhm.
then whatever time,
Right.
from 4 to 10.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay,
For now,
that's early.
we'll
All
see.
right, it's early.
We'll see.
Got an alarm clock?
Yep.
Got the? Do you have the? I can't say her name because she'll activate on my phone.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
the one who shall not be named.
the woman in my life who's the most
Mhm.
important woman because she reminds me of everything, and I just don't want to say her name because she'll be like, "I'm here. What can
And
I do
she
for you?"
hears everything.
So, okay. So, what was it like?
Mhm.
What was it like when you got the job here? You tell your parents, you tell your friends, like, what was the reaction, or what were you just thinking?
Well, I was a associate producer first
Okay.
on the night side,
Okay,
and I worked with Elise in the mornings.
got it.
And then after a while, I was like, "This is not what I really went to school for. I went to
Mm.
school to report."
Trust me, I hear you. Trust me, I hear you.
And then after that, I was
Mhm.
like, "Let me just try my hat at something with reporting and being on air." So
Mm-hmm.
I just tried out and got the interview and got the job. And I told my mom, and she was just
Oh,
so
she's
excited.
thrilled.
She
Yeah.
was excited when I was an AP, so she
Yeah.
was telling everybody, "Oh my
But
God,
now-
there."
Now you're doing it.
Yeah, everybody in my family is excited.
Yeah.
And like,
Don't
when
let
are we gonna see
Don't
you?
let the pressure get to you, Candace.
I'll try not to.
Okay, all right.
I've been
It's in the
under
morning. It's
pressure
cooler.
before.
You shouldn't be sweating in the morning. So we're going to be watching you when you finally on in the morning, and we're going to be making sure. But no, we're excited to have you on board. I'm glad that you're here. And
you.
I think you're going to like everybody here for the most part. There's a few people I don't like, and I'll tell you who they are when we're
Yeah.
not on
Not right
the
now.
microphone. But
Not right
I really just don't like them. But I'll tell you who they are when we get to that point.
Okay.
But in the meantime, no, enjoy your experience here. One of the things I will say about WLBT is that everybody here is friendly. They want to see you succeed. There's nobody here. I mean, honestly, there's nobody here that I can think of that would try to impede you from doing well. And I've worked at places, I'm serious about this. I have worked at places where the people are nothing but roadblocks,
Mhm.
and it's horrible. And not Roblox, the game. I'm talking about road blocks. And
Right.
so I want you to know that I think it'll be a good experience for you here, and I hope you like it. And I think seriously, people, the one thing I can tell you, one of the reasons I've stayed here so long is because of the people.
Everyone's been super nice,
Mhm.
super welcoming to this side of being on the station or
Mhm.
being at the station. So
Yeah.
I'm excited.
There you go. Candace Bruce. Check her out, everybody. The newest edition WLBT. We've got Elise Ushman, meteorologist extraordinaire. She's going to go. She's got to get in her Uber because she's got to be over there at studio.
Ube into the Uber.
Ube into, do they allow drinks? They may not allow that because it's sweet potato could stain. But she's going over to Studio 3. Check her out here in about 9 minutes. I'll be on WLBT News at 5 and 6. She'll be on WLBT News at 4 and 4:30 as well. And then we'll come back here at 6:30, reconvene, and see how many of these we still have left. Until then, folks, y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.